Finished? Please حمام عند محمد. Always keep your mic open. Do not mute yourself for any reason.
Okay.
Why? Because you don't have time to distract you by mute, unmute, because you expect any question from me at any second. So always keep it unmute. Come on, Muhammad, please. Hammam, did you find the answer?
Yes, I found it.
So what's it? Hammam, what is the answer?
The answer is South Africa.
So it is in South Africa. Now we need to check. Have these interesting plants are common. So are common, it means it's there.
Yes.
Is it grown naturally? Is it in the wild? So this means here, this is in country, it's a character.
Yes.
Why not to be ancient Greece? There is no anything in the sentence about the question. He said here about the name of the plant came from which language. So it's about South Africa. So I take the answer here and write it very quickly. Again, what is each plant pair? So what is each pair of leaves known as? Known as, I'm looking for the name of the pair. Let's go to read. Where should you read? Continue reading or ask your memory. Have you read anything in this paragraph about the question? No, so continue reading. Come on, please find the answer.
Can you go back to the question? I didn't read it. So
Come on, I'm listening. Did you find it?
what?
Were you asking a question, right? What is it?
I said I didn't read the question. Can you go back to it?
I sent this PDF on the group, download it. Here, what
Okay,
is
okay.
it? Before you go to read, you must know what is needed exactly. What is each pair of the plants known as? So I am going to know the name of the pair. Muhammad, did you find it?
Still, sir.
Finished?
Not sure, but do we call it the head?
Why you are not sure? He said this part, it's in the question. He said each part. And this part here is called, is named.
The head.
So it means the head or head. So the answer only head. That's it. Always read carefully what does the question mean and try to be near to the sentence of the answer by key words. So focus on the keywords in the question to have here. And of course, known as means code. So what is the name of this pair? Head. That's all. Again, he said how? How does the thick skin of the leaves protect? So how the skin protects the plant? Protects the plant from what? From something negative. What's that? Let's go to read. So take keyword. How? Skin protect. Now let's go to read. Let me help you. The leaves store a large amount of water, which make them potentially powerfully useful for a variety of wildlife. Do we have anything in this sentence about protection? About prevention? Do we have
Yes.
here? Does this
Yes.
sentence mean anything about skin? Just focus.
Yes.
This,
No.
no, this sentence does
It
not
does.
have anything about the question. But the question mentions the skin protects the plant from what? The sentence does not mention anything about the skin at all. So your answer is not in this sentence. Jump to the next. A fat layer of outer skin prevent insect attacks. So my answer it must be this sentence. What is the protection here? Preventing insect attacks. So I take this phrase and then go to the question to copy paste. Remember to copy paste the answer, not to interpret or explain the answer. So take it as it is. Or you can make it simple like protecting or preventing insect attacks. Remember, Muhammad, please, Hammam, if you change the words from the text, it will be wrong. The text says prevents, don't say defending, don't say protecting. The question is different from the answer. The answer
Okay.
is be careful. But in another different question, we can ask you to use your own words in something else. Again, what is the main source of water for living stone plants? Not any plants, the plants without a long root. So take keyword source of water, stone plants, and root. Now go and find.
The leaves store a large amount of water.
This is the source. This is the source of water, or this is the water? We're asking you for the source of water. Is it from river, lake, from what exactly?
Says they rely on absorbing moist through their leaves.
So have
These
you found
plants rely on absorbing mist through their leaves.
stop on the words here? Do we have any keywords in this sentence about our answer? Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is it? It's find living stone plants which don't have a tap root. It is a question or not? Without a long root. Let's wait. Here, and these plants rely on absorbing mist through their leaves to get the majority of the water, so to get the source of water. But what is the source? From mist. Now test your knowledge for science. Is mist can be source of water? Yes. Many plants absorb mist nutrients from the mist roots or branches. If what is the source? Mist. So only the answer is mist. Don't write the sentence. Don't write a phrase. We need only the answer. So write mist. Don't write Hammam on absorbing the mist. Wrong. We need only the source, not how. So write only mist. That's it. So take it, copy paste and write mist. Phrase. Again, how tall? So we're asking you about measure. Tall of what? The part of the plant that is not any plant that is above ground. Take care about the relative clause in writing. Relative clause, as you know, relative clause describe the plant. So not any plant, not any part, the part which is above. Let's go to read. Come on, Hannah. Although the
Yes,
cap, yes,
The
Although,
high.
did you find it?
Yes.
What's it?
10 centimeters.
Although the tap roots can be up 15 centimeters in length, the section plant that is visible generally grows up to a height of only 2 centimeters.
So the section of the plant that is visible, what means visible? Means out. So that is above
Yes.
ground. We know the plant, root down and up. So which part is above ground? Generally visible with the eyes. So grows to a height of only 2 centimeters. So this is your answer. So if you take 2 centimeters only, correct. But don't write 2. Don't write 2 like that and believe me. You should write only 2 centimeters. And you can write 2 with letters or numbers. But in the question, in the text, you write it with letters. So write it as letters. But don't tell me a height of only 2. Wrong. Only the answer. Only 2 centimeters or 2 centimeters. So that is can help you. Understand? So be careful when you construct your answer. Of course, my dear friends, Hammam, Muhammad, we must ask you general a question like that. What advice does the writer give to people? To any people? No. To people who want to grow living stone plants. That means we have pieces of advice in the text. So what
First
I'm looking
advice to
that is. So what I'm looking for advice. And what means advice in language? Advice something you should do, something you must do, something
yes.
important. Now
First,
together, now let's find any advice. Now your answer is everywhere in the text. Test your memory. Where have you read the lines, sentences about something you must do it? Let me help you
first
with that.
advice to be patient. It's in this last paragraph. First line.
Wait, how did you know? He said essential. Who is talking? The narrator, the writer. The writer tells you are the reader, the grower of the plan. It's essential to be what? So essential
Be
to be
patient.
This is advice. What else? It's a crucial, important.
It's
What?
crucial for home gardeners to use a
You,
container of sufficient
yes.
depth.
Remember, we
That's
extract.
advice number 2.
Okay. Look, it's important to protect. So to protect the plants from sunlight. Another advice. Find else. Test your memory. Where have you read? Really, no problem. If in the test you found the 3 as he asked, no problem. But make sure they are different pieces of advice. طب remember Hammam, if we ask you in test making about 3, that means there are many more than 3. But your job
One
test
more.
making, of course.
Define should.
It
But
is best to grow them in sandy soil.
that is brilliant. You feel? How did you know? He said what? It's best advice or not? The language of advice. It should be, it must be, it's best, essential, crucial, important, significant. Anything to tell it's advice. He said it's advice. So it's best to grow in, that is another one.
And should.
That's why. So here the first passage is not very easy because it's a direct answer in the text. In Cambridge, the second one, we test you for analysis. What is analysis? A fact mentioned in paragraph. So that means we are going to read paragraphs and then check which fact, like that. Fact letter A, where is included. paragraph A, B, C, D, or where? Remember, we don't ask you for something direct in the text. Now ask about facts. Now we will take 5 minutes very quickly to read all the paragraphs. If you found any difficult word, tell me, but very quickly.
What happens if?
Now you finish all the paragraphs.
I'm almost finished.
Take your time, I'm almost here. Finished. Now time is over. Muhammad, please keep the mic on mute to help yourself to answer call.
Okay, sir.
Now we are going to analyze. This is a question we will start it later. We analyze facts. In which paragraph can you find this fact? Which person mentions the idea that attempting, trying, looking recipes is too difficult, needs much effort? Which persons in which paragraph you can
D.
search if it is letter D, we need evidence. Which sentence tells you that?
The first sentence.
First sentence, let's read. I've got a typically
أفضل
busy
typically visiting lifestyle.
and most of my day-to-day activities requires concentration. He said, my activities needs concentration or a degree of careful thought. My activities. In the question said attempting recipes, not any activity,
Mustafa?
and the complex looking recipes. So which one, Mustafa? Or C?
See.
Okay. What is your evidence? Which sentence tells us that?
I have had the chance to try elsewhere and sometimes look for recipes for those dishes. When I read them, however, I often have the stages involved or the long list of engagement means that it's not just practical to have a go myself.
This is a paragraph. But look for this sentence. Look here. But over time, I've realized that fact, although being a good cook isn't something you're born with, something needs effort and work and training. It is definitely a rewarding skill that can be acquired. You must learn it. It needs much work to be there. Yes or no? So
Okay.
it needs a lot of efforts. So this sentence can support your answer or fact. If you are confused, wait to the end until you analyze. This is the hardest part in this paper because it's analysis. But letter C it is correct. All right. Number 2, letter B, a
A
recommendation.
recommendation for a good source of inspiration.
Uh,
Inspiration.
so the no recommendation, he give you a recommendation like should, ought to, it's advisable, it's preferable to do, and then inspiration, something to encourage, to stir, to excite to do something. Let's go to see. If you found, tell me.
Zach, hey,
How did you know? We need any evidence.
it was my grandmother who got me into cooking.
That is a source of inspiration. Remember, he recommend. Let me help you. If you don't happen to have a grandmother with suitable cooking skills, if you remember the writer talks to you, so if you don't have and you wanted to get into cooking, then food blogs can identify things that are fun to make as well as to eat. So he supports that to read food blogs. Look, the blogs, they can be particularly helpful. So this is a recommendation, a source of inspiration for you to get recipes and read. Yes or no? And if you are attempting something a bit tricky or complicated, so he recommends you to read food blogs to know more. This is recommendation. So letter A correct. Okay. The jump, description of the effect, effect, consequence, results on the writer, not someone else. About what? Of
Eating,
eating a certain,
asserting,
not any dish, a certain specific distinguished dish. Who has mentioned information about that? It's a search.
Caesar.
What is your evidence?
So let's see.
So what is your evidence?
He said here that some of my favorite things to cook are exotic dishes.
Sure. But it's not say, how about you, Hammam?
Hmm.
طب why not to be indeed? Remember, description of effect on the writer of eating certain dish. What means effect? Something affected the writer. The writer being affected, like, just like being different, something affected. He's became happy or sad about it.
Can
It's
it be learning new thing?
a little deep, but what is the evidence? طب look, one of my favorite recipes, special dish, is for an unusual sweet and sour salad that I tried on a family holiday. Special dish. Look, I make it quite regularly, and when it's like I'm back in a beachside cafe. Look, perfect. It means he's very happy to have it. This is support your answer. Yes or no? So that is a point.
Hmm.
Affected is just like it's like I'm back in a beachside cafe. And it's like a special one. All right, let's jump. A suggestion. And you know the language of suggestion. Suggest that
Suggestion of how to adapt a recipe to individual preferences.
yes. So suggesting means the writer give you suggestions. The writer give you advice. How to adapt to what? To individual, distinctive, distinguished, special preferences. Which one?
Shelley, B,
Are you asking or answering?
answering.
It's letter B. What is your evidence?
The first time you make a new recipe, you will most likely to stick into the instructions pretty exactly and avoid any unnecessary stress. That's a suggestion for making a new recipe.
To how to adapt?
Hmm. For beginner, most basic things can be confusing with lots of techniques and specialist cooking terms.
That is right. Number one, you should stick to instructions. Do it exactly. And for beginners, after all, the most basic thing can be confusing. With lots of techniques and special cooking terms, there is a lot to take in to understand. So he tells you how to adapt. Look, when you are more confident than like me, you will start to discover how easy. He tells you how to be adaptable. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this could be. So this is correct about the next. And an understanding that makes the writer enjoy cooking more. So an
Enjoy
emphasis
cooking
in
more.
realization. Let's try.
See, Mustafa,
Your evidence.
you've been cooking for a while, and while I enjoy. Hmm.
So this one is Mustafa.
You think it's from Mustafa?
Is
What is your
it is
evidence?
Mustafa. What?
What is your evidence? Remember the question.
Uh,
Understand. Make the writer enjoy. So this
yeah. So he said I've realized that also being a good cook isn't something you're born with. It's a definitely a learning skill that can be acquired. The, um, that bonus for me has been getting now service.
Mm. طب ليه نعمل؟
Isn't it
Mm. Here,
occasionally
occasionally, I do.
occasionally I do, but even if the end result is something to be proud of, I'm never sure it's worth the hard work, to be honest.
Check. Understanding that made the writer enjoy cooking more. Something, and understanding means realization, conception, idea, make him happy. So what make him happy? He said here, this is fun. The added bonus for me has been getting to try something interesting food along the way. It tells you, he said the added bonus, which means what is bonus after that? What after learning? What after rewarding skills? Getting try to something interesting. So I enjoyed.
Hmm.
Of my favorite things to cook. Look, enjoyed or not, enjoyed. So Mustafa mentioned it. Anyway,
Mustafa is correct.
yes, and you did your best. The wish to be able to cook without having to follow the recipes.